Hi, so this is going to be a quick video. Yes, this is a different setting, but I wanted to check in before I walk into my last shift at my place of employment. And I particularly wanted to talk about retail worker burnout and the way that it shows up for my mind, being that I have AuDHD. So the autism part for me really craves structure and direction, clear direction. And I enjoy working at a bigger corporation for the sole purpose of having that structure and having things more sorted out and just having a team to work with. Now, it kind of depends on how your team is at a certain place, but the ADHD part really craves novelty. So that can be a challenge. And for retail, like clothing retail in particular, I've just reached a point of my awareness where I really find it excruciating to show up and pretend that nothing's wrong, because I find so much wrong and other people just don't seem to be bothered by it. And I'm aware that we're creating a space of transaction and I don't need to think about it that deeply, but it is virtually impossible for me to not think deeply unless I'm intentionally being aware of the fact that I'm very, very rushed, anxious, and I need to take a step back. So that isn't really something that can be done in the clothing retail sector, especially if you're at a place where it's getting harder and harder for these corporations to keep up with the demands of the current industry. So it has been so hard for me to show up, and previously I would describe myself as a very customer service oriented person. I like talking to people. I like learning about them and helping them find what they need and just genuinely having that form of connection. But lately it's been so hard to show up and expect that of myself constantly. And that's kind of where the monotropic thinking comes into play with a blend of the autism and ADHD, because I'll hear instructions like, you need to be engaging with every single customer and trying to sell them a credit card and trying to find them what they need, and we need to make sure every single person is serviced. And I will take that literally, because how do you not take that literally? And that's just so exhausting for me, because I regard myself as a very empathetic person and I want people to find what they're looking for and I want to be able to help people, but also it just takes a lot of energy out of me because it's just a lot of brain power that's going on where I have to keep up with these social interactions and I need to think about every single thing that I say. I need to think about when to smile or when to not say anything. Maybe I'm talking too much. Maybe I'm not talking enough. Maybe I should try selling the card in this way or that way. I've seen this person do it this way, so maybe I should sell it like them. Or I was told not to do this, so like I need to erase that from the script in my brain. You see what I mean? It's just so exhausting and I've had enough. But also I'm recognizing that this is a time in my life where I typically undergo huge changes and I go through these seasons of not really getting bored, but getting acclimated, I would say. Getting acclimated to the environment and really expending all of my capacity to learn that environment and be aware of how my skills are developing, and then it just reaches a point, I would say. And I've reached that point now, so I'm gonna walk in. It's gonna be my last day, and I'm sad, but also very excited about the opportunities that I have coming. And also, it just seems like with the time that I'm not devoting to this one job, I'm able to allocate more time to the things that I really care about and that I want to learn more about. And that's exciting and scary for me. So yeah, it's been really rough. I've been in a perpetual state of burnout for years now, and I didn't even realize it until I did more research. And I think the first step to getting better is just being aware of what you're going through. So I'm just happy that I'm able to leave on good terms. I've thought so many times about walking out because I just got way too overwhelmed and I wasn't able to communicate for myself at that time, and that's ultimately on me. But yeah, I just wanted to do a quick check-in before I walk into my last day, and hopefully this wasn't too long for you. If you stayed until the end, thank you so much for watching. My name is Wolf, and I'll see you in the next video. This isn't going to be edited, so I really hope you're able to stay with me throughout the whole thing. Leave a comment if I said anything that resonated with you. I'll see you later. Bye.